The other thing that I've heard about George Allen is you have a coach coming to a new franchise. You've got to figure out who top dog is in your division. And it was the Cowboys. His hatred for the Cowboys grew, and he was fixated on beating the Cowboys and making that the rivalry that it still is today. Memories of that and the rivalry.
Well, the first meeting we ever had with George up at the training camp and everything, or the first meeting we ever had, he came up on his lecture stand and he said, "Here's who we have to beat. We got to beat the Cowboys. They're the top dog. We have to concentrate on the Cowboys." And that stems not just from on the field stuff that he had with the Rams. This goes back, he hated Tex Schramm because he felt Tex Schramm was running the league, and he and Rozelle, Schramm helped Rozelle get the commissioner's job because they go back to the Ram days. Tex Schramm was general manager of the Rams back in the early 50s when he gave Rozelle, who was out of Compton High School or something, as information director. That's how Rozelle started with the Rams and then worked his way up. And Tex Schramm went on to with the Cowboys, was there from their expansion on, and Tex helped Rozelle become the commissioner. So that connection, he just loathed it. He knew that he was playing on a stacked deck. He knew that, we had to just concentrate on the Cowboys. So that started from day one till he left the league.
Some of those epic battles with the Cowboys, I mean, man, it was a dogfight. It was a knockdown, drag-out.
Yeah, there was, and I know many times he'd come in a meeting, starting the Dallas week, and he said, "Listen, I know I would love to settle this thing out on the middle of the field, just me and Tom Landry. Just me and Landry. I'd like to settle it. We don't have to play the game. Just me and Tom Landry." And we'd all start laughing. I said, George, he was probably 10 years older than Landry, and Landry was an athlete. He said, "I wonder how long that fight would last."
Coach Allen, he was a rah-rah guy. He was a great motivator.
Yeah, he motivated. He had all kinds of things that would try to motivate you. When you're, it's in the middle 70s, I forget what year. During the off season, I'd go over to training camp, to work out or something. And where's Coach Allen? He wasn't there because usually his car was. He never drove, but his chauffeur would be there, and they said, and he never went anywhere for lunch. But this off season, for like between, let's say, noon and 1 o'clock or something like that, he was always gone. Always gone. That was unusual. And I'd ask upstairs, I said, "Where's Coach Allen going?" He said, "Well, he's got a girl on the side somewhere." We're laughing, and nobody knew. The trainers, nobody knew. So, come to find out, during the season, the first Dallas game, we Tuesday practice, we go in the first big meeting, and he comes in a kimono, a half kimono, like a karate guy. And in walks this guy. The guy just died too, June Wee, who was a martial arts karate expert around the Washington, D.C. area. And, he advertised quite a bit. And George had been going there taking these lessons, and he brought in these two guys with hold of these big wooden planks, and he started his lecture. And I always told you guys that if I would just want to get just me and Tom Landry, get out on the middle of the field and no football, and we'll settle this right now. And he said, "This is what I do to him." He takes his right leg and he kicks the board and breaks it in two. And now he's got us. And he looks at it, and the other guys are having the board, and he raises up and he kicks the other board and breaks it in two. And we're now go coach, he's got it, yeah, go coach. The whole place is going crazy. So he takes the other and he takes a karate chop and smashes the chop right through the board, right? And crashes that. Now he's got us going, man. And that's what I'll do to Coach Landry and blah, blah, blah. And so, okay, break up in the meeting. So everybody's got them. They're laughing and carrying on. He's got us really ready to play right now, you know. So everybody scatters to their meeting room. And so I happen to go out in the hall after everybody, and he's down at the other end. He's yelling for the trainer, Bubba. And so I go down there, and he's holding his hand, right? He's holding it in one hand, and I says, "What's the matter, Coach?" He says, "Well, nothing. My hands hurt." I says, "Hey, Coach, you remember this? You got to play hurt."
Yeah, George Stark has told me that story, but he wasn't out there afterwards with him calling the trainer.
Oh, yeah, man, he's calling the trainer.
That takes it to a whole nother level.